Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and we are here at the Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania to qualify for the 13th race of the season in season number 6 of the NOFSRL Turkey Hill Truck Series, the Pocono Mountains 150 tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern on Napa Fan. And it is going to be a very interesting race tomorrow because it's one of the shortest races of the season. As a matter of fact, the two shortest races of the season are one right after another. Next Wednesday night, we'll have Bristol with the Rocky Ridge Custom Trucks 200. That is the shortest race of the season, mileage-wise. This one only 37.5 miles tomorrow, so not much time to work your way from the back to the front if you happen to start in the back of the field. Of course, one driver that doesn't have to worry too much coming into this race is Fisher G, number 43. He's been dominating the season, even though he's yet to win a race this season in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. He is by far the strongest truck out there. 351 points towards the championship, 65 points ahead of Cole Sampson, who currently runs second in the points. And this race right here could shake some things up, but he still has no chance at losing the points lead at the end of tomorrow's race. However, we have this race, we have Bristol, and then we have Armory Digital coming, and we still have two super speedways left on the schedule. And those two super speedways being Armory Digital and Talladega. And those two races, huge wild cards in the championship. Because there's actually one right after another. We go to Armory Digital, then we go to Talladega right after that. And it's Darlington and Homestead on Christmas Day, the finale here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series season number 6. First driver to complete a lap here in Pocono Mountains 150 qualifying will be Matthew Brown in the number 57. And the time he is going to clock in at is 56.237. You may have noticed is a new version of the Pocono Raceway, the 2018 version of the racetrack. The racing we expect to be very similar to how it used to be on the original version. And of course, we'll have the Krispy Kreme series later on at 5 p.m. Eastern today. See who gets the victory over there in that one, and that'll give us a little bit of a blueprint for the type of racing we're going to see in tomorrow's truck race. It's going to be a very fascinating race. With only being 15 laps, there aren't going to be any pit stops, so it's going to be a strict race from start to finish, just like Gateway was 2 weeks ago. Was that 2 weeks ago? Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. Of course, we had Chicagoland last week, and we had all that pit strategy come into play at the end. Some guys had to make 2 stops, while a majority of the field was able to make it on 1, including Fisher G. That's why he has the large point lead that he has right now, at 65 points ahead of Cole Sampson. But we will not have any pit issues tomorrow, as they will be able to make it the entire length of the race on the 1 tank of gas. 79 machine, fastest right now. That is Eric Monaco. 55.768 for the number 79 machine. And it was recently announced that Daniel McMillan will be turning in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, driving the number 79. Hers moving over to the 79 in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series this next season, so we're looking forward to having McMillan back. And Matt Delio as well, also returning to the team in the number 75. So the Chick-fil-A Cup Series roster for Outer Island Motorsports is all set for 2020. Chase Marks has gone to the top of the board in the number 14. And now Skylar Perry holds on to the top position. He took it away. Edwin Mendez and Cole Sampson's up there. One driver noticeably absent from the top 10 is Fisher G, and Fisher G has had a lot of great qualifying efforts in the Turkey Hill Truck Series this season. We'll see if he moves his way up there, and he does. He's now up to the 4th position. This team is really strong on all counts here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series, and qualifying during the race and every other aspect. And he had that draft off of Eli Bright right there. Currently runs in the 4th position here in qualifying. Shane Lake, last week's winner, blowing up. Not exactly what you want to do in a qualifying session here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. He is currently 13th fastest. Of course, that time does stand. But a tough break for last week's winner. Shane Lake got the race victory at Chicagoland, as he was able to surpass a lot of guys. Actually moved his way through the field at the end of that race to come home with the race victory for Diego Pez's team. And they're going to have to get that fixed for the race tomorrow. Of course, one interesting aspect about the race being 15 laps and only 15 laps long is that if we get a caution, it's going to take a significant amount of the race away from these drivers. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out if we do happen to get a caution. Of course, there's a good chance with how big the track is, these guys might be able to make it without any incident on the racetrack. Of course, the past couple of races, actually, had a couple of races in the past couple of weeks. Iowa and Gateway both had a few wrecks in them, but Chicagoland actually went caution-free last week. Completely forgot about that. Fisher D is down to the 7th position. Currently 55.258 for him. Try to see where he is on the racetrack right there. Now, this time isn't going to be faster as he had to move out of the way for Fisher G. He's now down to the 8th position. But all Fisher G needs, and he could easily clinch the championship 2 races early if it goes his way. Exactly what Nathan Baird did in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series over the summer. But Fisher G has been dominant this season. The only notable absence from his dominant season is a race victory. He is yet to win a race this season. Of course, if you remember the last time Fisher G was in the Truck Series, it was season number 4. He won 3 out of the last 5 races in season number 4, winning at Darlington. I'm pretty sure it was Darlington, Phoenix, and Homestead. He won the last 2 races of the year. So his momentum going on to the last time he was in the Truck Series has really carried over. Even though he's yet to win a race this season, he has by far been the most dominant driver. C.J. Williams, the owner of this team, definitely should be proud of his driver, Fisher G. Of course, Fisher G is a veteran in Napa fan. He's been around for a while. He knows how to get it done. Ran his rookie season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series this season, as a matter of fact. Unfortunately, we didn't see too much of him in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, but the number 43 here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series has been dominant. And Fisher G, currently 9th fastest here in Pocono Mountains, 150 qualifying. Skylar Perry, however, the Iowa winner, still the fastest driver. No one's been able to beat his time to 55.033. And the number 45, Jordan Lopez's team, doing an excellent job here at the Pocono Raceway right now. Edwin Mendez is second, Matthew Brown, Chris Skinlart, Cole Sampson, trying to gain all he can on the 43 of Fisher G in this race. Currently is ahead of him in qualifying, but by only 4 positions. He's going to need a lot more than that if he wants to gain up to Fisher G and have a shot at this championship. But Cole Sampson's been extremely quiet. Of course, he has won a race this season, got the race victory at Watkins Glen back at the end of October. 65 points behind Fisher G coming into this race, second in the championship, though. So we'll have to see if that translates into a good run at the end of the season. We're in the final third of the season. Only 6 races remain, including tomorrow's race here at Pocono. One guy with a pretty good run, Jesse Turner in the number 75, currently in the 6th position. Nick Smith is 7th. Emily Anderson, Fisher G, and Nicholas Samadeo, the top 10. Jesse Turner's come close this season to getting a race victory, but he's yet to do it. Of course, he's been in this series for 5 seasons, has never won a Truck Series race on Napa Fan. The only major series on Napa Fan he's never won a race in before. He's won in IndyCar, he's won in the Turkey Hill Series, he's won in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, of course, won the first ever Chick-fil-A Cup Series race back in April of 2015. But he's never won a race in the trucks. He's been trying for a long time, too, and he's not going to give up until he gets one, either. Skylar Perry, number 45. Looks like he's going to be our pole sitter. The times have not changed in quite a while. Other guys who are up there. Skylar Perry's actually 71 points behind. He's not too far off. He's 3rd in the points coming into this race, and the pole position would mean quite a bit in trying to catch up to Fisher G in the championship. Of course, Dan Park started on the pole last week at Chicagoland and then blew an engine on the first lap of the race, or had some sort of issue. I don't think he blew an engine, but something went terribly wrong, and he only completed 1 lap, finished dead last in that race. And Edwin Mendez, who's 2nd fastest, 5th in the points, 79 behind, also doing a good job. The only guy top 5 in points who's not getting a good right now is Dan Park. He's 28th fastest. That is not where you want to be. In a race like this, there's only 15 laps. It's going to be very difficult for Dan Park to claw his way through the field with that starting position. Somebody else just moved themselves, inside the top 10. That was Shane Lake, who got back out there and put his number 77 Monster Machine in the 6th position. Great run there for Shane Lake, trying to go 2 in a row here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Of course, we've only had one driver this season to win multiple races. That's Chase Marks, who won at Texas and ISM Raceway. Everybody else just one win on the season. John Hart won 2 weeks ago at the Gateway Motorsports Park, but then had a problem at Chicagoland and set him back in the points, so his championship hopes are very slim at this point. And I believe that we're going to close in on the session right here. Skylar Perry, your pole sitter for the Pocono Mountains 150. Not quite yet. Still half a minute left on the board. Fisher G looks to start in the 10th position. He's on the outside lane. That might not be where you want to start for tomorrow's race. We'll have to see how that affects Fisher G, especially considering 3 guys who are right behind him in points, or relatively speaking. They're not really right behind him in points, but they're the closest guys to him in the points. They're going to all be starting ahead of him there. And Skylar Perry has won the pole for the Pocono Mountains 150. There is how they will line up for tomorrow's race.
Drivers, to your car.
Skylar Perry, the race winner. Well, not the race winner quite yet. Still got to do the race. Pole sitter, Edwin Mendez, Matthew Brown, Chris Skindler, Cole Sampson, the top 5 here from Pocono. Take a look at the rest of the results right there. A couple of Pennsylvania natives deep in the field. Joe Rutkowski, Trey Bartow. Not exactly what those guys wanted, but everybody else. See their times right there. No tie, so that is exactly how they will line up for tomorrow's Pocono Mountains 150 here from the Pocono Raceway. Only 15 laps. A very short race for these guys. There's not going to be much time to move your way from the back to the front. We'll see how it all goes down. Watch out for this guy starting inside the top 10, top 15. I think one of these guys might be your race winner tomorrow in the Pocono Mountains 150. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Skylar Perry. We'll see you guys later on today on Napa Fan for the Pocono 150 and the Krispy Kreme series. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.